Stand out 62% from the field, 9 from 19 from 3. I mean, why do you think you guys executed so well offensively?
Starting to play. In other words, like having 2 games in 2 days is good. You learn from Duke. Like in other words, Duke played 2 games in 2 days. Kentucky played 2 games in 2 days. Maybe it's good to just play. And then instead of thinking about it or overthinking it or over scouting or don't take this shot, they couldn't scout us that much. We couldn't scout them, so let's just run our stuff and play. I thought we ran our offense really well, and then we got good shots.
Marquise Wright is named the MVP at the regional. Can you assess his play over the last 2 games?
He's been playing great. Marquise is great because he's playing the 2, but when we needed to get steady, we got 1, and I thought we had a couple. I thought his play, we got in the huddle and give it to Javion inside, and that was a big bucket he made.
Yes.
Because he was in foul trouble. And in other words, Keith is like, we should play this defense, and I'm like, okay. Then I'm like, hey, they're playing us really hard on the perimeter, so we ran a little screen, and Keith is like, let's give it to Javion and go in there. Then we ran 1 down where we got it to Levon inside. So, in other words, he's not trying to just get his. He's running the whole team, but he was making some really good suggestions. Like they can't guard Levon in there, and then they started switching stuff. He says, let's go to Javion. That was a big bucket inside. So, he's doing everything he can to help us win games.
When they finally got out of the zone and pushed a man, did it throw you guys off a little bit?
We like playing. It was more on defense.
Okay.
I thought, in other words, we need Levon in the game so badly at the critical times to handle the ball, but he wasn't going to foul. Javion had 4, and I think he had 3, so they let him drive right down the lane. Well, but then Brett stepped up and took charges, and then we finally got like the switch, and Javion didn't foul the guy, and he made a miss. Like they made a couple tough ones, but then we switched because we were switching, but we didn't want to. I thought Levon just let him go because he knows I'd rather have him in the game with the 10-point lead. Right. I'd rather have him in the game to run stuff. But they're and Nico's 3 at the end of the half. I thought might have been the play, and I was right behind him. I knew that crazy dude was going to make that 3. Like in other words, he missed 3 threes that were really good threes. He gets the loose ball. I love coaching Nico's fun, but in other words, all seriousness, he missed 3 really good shots and he was mad. And then I saw him going down. And I said he's going to pull and he's going to make it. And I was right behind him out there, and I could see he was going to go in. It's kind of his game,
Another big basket. They cut it to 9. You called his number in the second half, and he scored on that baseline, driving a foul.
Yeah.
Is it a meaningful development for him that you had him on the floor as a freshman late in the game?
Yeah,
going
so.
to him.
I told you I have to play the freshman. I'm just trying not to. I don't want to give away my secrets too much, but I told you I'm trying not to play them more than 1 at a time. I thought with him going well, Kenny's fine, started the game, but it was Nico today. Like Evans, Silas really emotionally gave us a big lift. He's going to play. So then Evan has a few minutes. But in other words, with Nico and Kenny, and I've told you this, I think it's going to be one of them every night. And he was playing well, so yes, I wanted to see if he could run the offense. And that's why Levon and Ryan provide a lot of steadiness for him. But yes, I consciously wanted him out. I consciously wanted one of them. And I just think it was his night.
How about with Brett? He'd been struggling with the shot a little bit. Shot 5 3-pointers tonight. You could tell how happy and energetic he was out there. Do you think was he due to break out of his shooting problem?
Yeah. Well, we told him to take more shots. He said no matter what happened at Wisconsin, I wanted to. We're down 20 points. You got to take some threes. 1 dribble pull-ups. But that was I told you it was a tough matchups, Brown and Jefferson for him because they waited. They were system guys. They weren't some young. They didn't have any weakness in terms of like experience. So now Brett's going against an ACC and a Big Ten player that were 4- and 3-year players who waited their turn. These were more his level, and I think I said, this is your level, so go do your thing and be great. They play great. But yeah, he's got to take shots. Brett, how many shots did he take?
He was 8 of 14, 5 of 7 from 3.
Yeah, well, the 5 of 7 from 3 is great, but I want him to be. I want him taking 14 shots. I want him taking 10 to 14. I told you he's got to take the most shots. Him and Keys take the most, and then Javion sort of our inside player, and Levon does a little of everything. And then if Nico can come off and just be Vinnie Johnson, that would be a good thing for us.
How do you feel about the team coming off 2 fair, pretty convincing wins?
I'm happy we won. I don't know. Now we go to Bucknell, who beat Robert Morris and played Wake Forest to the last second at their home, and it's a 5-hour road trip. And I'll tell you what was the best. The best answer of the day was Levon said, he didn't even know we have another road trip. In other words, they were focused on these 2 this weekend. We asked Brett who we play next, and he was like, I know we play Bucknell, but then I don't know. And then he was like, our home opener is Loyola. But they were like, in other words, they weren't being kidding. They were just dialed in on. They wanted to. I told them that this was a tournament. We're getting a trophy made because Coaches versus Cancer is getting us our trophy.
You are getting a trophy. I wasn't sure whether you were or not. Did they give you a trophy?
I don't know. We didn't know it. They have. They have before. They gave 2 to the players.
Yeah,
I think this is a sub-regional win. This was its mini tournament. When we played in the Hall of Fame, they did. But that was a big. We won. We came here and won 2 games with the bracket was there. So really happy for him. Bucknell's next. They're tough. They're taking off tomorrow. Can't go tomorrow. Catholic school, church in the NFL. See him Monday.
Yeah, but